A recommendation from Watertown's Ethics Committee is being set aside, allowing a city council member to speak for himself before that board. Last September, the Ethics Committee looked at a case brought against council member Cliff Olney by former Mayor Jeff Smith. He accused Olney of making a discussion from executive session public. The Ethics Board unanimously found Olney violated city code and general municipal law, though Olney was never brought in to speak before the committee. A resolution brought by council member Robert Kimball starts the process over to let Olney give his side of the story.
But you want me to go back before the same ethics board so now they can offer me the opportunity to be fair when they weren't in the first place?
I mean, I think you would want to take advantage of that opportunity to be able to clear your name, because I think there is a lot of perception in the community of wrongdoing, and I think this is a chance for you to clear your name if you so choose to.
Olney is requesting the hearing be made public, something the Ethics Committee would have to approve of.